There we go. Right, so here we have the laptop itself. A dirty old Samsung RV511, I think it is. I don't know, it's pretty beat up. As you can see, there's no screen, the battery's missing, and it's in a bit of a state. This little key here is no longer present, and this whole package is just a little bit broken and beaten up. I got this off Craigslist ages and ages ago, so let's just go ahead and get it open. I'm going to use these little screwdrivers I got from Poundland, and this Torque screwdriver, I just got it here just in case. I used it to tear down my Xbox 360 a while ago. I don't know if you can see that tip there, it's a bit blurry on the old camera, so maybe not. Anyway, let's go ahead and find us a appropriate bit to undo all these screws on the back plate. That one looks like it should do the job. Let's just have a look. Yep, that feels like it's coming out. Oh, no, the screw didn't come with it. Oh, not magnetic, I guess. Just keep going. I genuinely can't tell if it's coming or not. What? Ah, okay, this bit just comes straight off. I'll get rid of that. Okay, so here we've got the RAM, as you can see, the SODIMMs, and the is it a hybrid drive or just a standard SSD? I think it's a hybrid drive. Either way, that's the storage solution for this particular laptop, I guess. Shouldn't be that hard to find a replacement. Doesn't really give me a lot of information on the label, but we'll just put that over to the side for now. Looks like it's sat directly on where maybe the processor is on the motherboard. I have to get it open and have a look at the other side. So here's the RAM slot, so we're just going to have to I've never taken RAM out of a laptop before, so I'm assuming you just kind of like pinch these across, like so. Yeah, there we go, just pops straight up, sweet. So that is a 1 gig stick of SODIMM RAM DDR3. That's interesting. I don't know if you can see the label. We'll just pop that over there and get the other one out. Just like pull these arms aside again, and they'll just pop up. And that one is a 2 gig and a 1 gig stick. That makes no sense. Like one's a 2 gig and one's a 1 gig. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just see if I can get the camera focused a bit better. There you go, look, 1 gig and 2 gig. It's so strange. that really baffles me. Guess it's just the way they did it. Let's focus that back on the machine, and we'll set about continuing with the teardown, getting some more of these screws out of the back plate. I'll probably fast forward through that. Just put that RAM out. It's just really confused me. So yeah, we'll just fast forward to the bit where I've got all of the screws out. So you might be thinking to yourself, what's the point in doing this? Well, being as this is a laptop and it's not really that powerful, it was Windows 7. There's the screws. I'm thinking about turning it into a portable gaming device, you know, like attaching like a monitor, sticking some emulators on there, making it like a retro gaming all-in-one. So that's the old Reese case, we'll get rid of that. And now what we need to do is get this motherboard detached from this base plate, so that shouldn't be too difficult. It's quite a nicely laid out piece of kit, really. Let's get these screws. Now I like this little hole in here because you can take it and pop your little screws in there. Look guys, so cute, keeps them safe. I don't have a magnetic dish. I don't normally work on components myself. I just thought it'd be a nice, interesting little project. So here's the board itself. There's the cooler. It seems to be the main controller section for like power button. This is, I believe, the Wi-Fi card. Yeah, and this area is like the USB, and on the other side, I think, is where you find the power switch. And that's pretty. That cooler's pretty well attached. It's not a nice little, not a bad little design. The single heat pipe is a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Underpowered, I guess. But I guess you know, for what it does the job. And as you can see, like this board has definitely been worked on before and reassembled very, very shoddily. Oh my god, that is so bad. It's just held on by a few screws here and there. I think there's like 4 in total, maybe 5 if you include this one on the Wi-Fi card. Let's see if we can just disconnect that header there. So that goes to the side USB and the power switch. Yep, power switch. Okay. Well, where do I begin? Like, just pull out the Wi-Fi. Oh, let's screw down. Yeah, one of them is missing though. See, I definitely think this has been taken apart and really badly repaired. I need a smaller tip on my screwdriver. Where was it? Was it you? Shit. Give me a second. I've lost the tiny tip. There's so many little attachments. It's only £1, this thing, but next level. Right, so let's get this screw out. There we go. We'll take that apart. And this is the Wi-Fi aerial, I guess? It seems to go along there. I'll just leave that tacked in, clipped on at that one little bit for now. And yeah, look, that's where the aerial comes out for the Wi-Fi card. The ends look like they've been cut. If it'll still work. I assume so. It'll probably just be incredibly weak, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. It's a satisfying little click. Anyway, let's get rid of that screw for now. Put it in there. There we go. Okay, so the motherboard. As you can see, it's mounted purely by just this one screw up here. But I'm going to undo these two first, because I believe this little bar here is what has the clicky bits for the touchpad, the mouse. So you got your left click, right click buttons. We should find underneath this. Let's have a look. Yep, there they are. Like those two little red switches. There's the clicky buttons for the mouse controls. So I might be able to utilize that. So I'm going to leave that attached to its header by that ribbon cable. And this is where the optical drive would attach. So that is still an option that we can reuse that at some point, maybe. Don't know. It might just take up space in the build and not offer really any functionality that we really need. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to unattach this screw here. But yeah, I've got an old LCD monitor that's square shaped, roughly the same size as this board. So I'm thinking maybe taking that apart and see if I can mount this into the back of that, and then mount some, like take a generic USB controller, you know, video game controller, and kind of split the components across either side, you know, kind of Nintendo, like a homemade Nintendo Switch, basically. So yeah, this is still attached by something, and I think it's that ribbon cable at the top. I'm going to turn my attention back to this. I'm going to disconnect that. This is the speaker wire. That switch, it's like seized in with dust and I'm gonna have to get something under, I think. Yeah, I have to get something under it. So let's swap out the bits on the screwdriver again. And just gently prise that up and off the board. There we go. Okay, so where's it still attached? We've got this header cable here. So we're just gonna have to lift the flap up on this and pull it out. And I believe that is the keyboard controller. That ribbon cable there. And the one at the top is for the touchpad for the mouse. So let's just get this ribbon cable out. Lift up the little, there we go, the little taboo. I think I lifted it up far enough. There we go. Pull that ribbon cable out. And now it's just the one for the touchpad at the top that's holding it in. So we'll just get that one disconnected as well. And we're away. It's free. Some dust and stuff. It's actually surprisingly clean considering how reached the outside was. Let's have a look on the back. Not really much going on, to be fair. Got the processor, the cooler, the RAM slots. I mean, it's pretty simple and elegant design. And there's the ribbon cable that would connect it back to the keyboard. So, is there anything else on this board that I need, really? Yeah, I'm gonna need the power button module and the Wi-Fi module. So we're gonna have to change around the screwdriver again. Let's just get everything in shot so it looks nice. And disconnect that power button. I don't think I'm going to be using the touchpad, so I think I can leave that pretty much attached. But yeah, I'm going to need the Wi-Fi controller and the power button for sure. So let's go ahead and get these wires out, because I'm pretty sure if I just pull these out, I'm going to be able to just pull the Wi-Fi card out, because I don't think that's going to be screwed down. You know, those wires passing under that are gonna, you know what I mean? Like, there's just this one screw anyway, so I'll just take this whole thing off, because I'm gonna need the power switch, and we'll need some USB interface. So definitely gonna need to keep this. And there we go. Wi-Fi card, power switch. Just wondering if that aerial is gonna be anywhere near long enough. Doesn't really give me much information on this, but I'm assuming it's the Wi-Fi controller. Looks like it. And this is the power switch and the USB. Clicky click. So this attaches to this header here. Let's just like get on some of the core components, like put everything back into place. And then figure out what I'm going to need. So the Wi-Fi card will slide in. Yeah, I think I got this upside down. Yeah, I got it upside down. I'll just go in. It needs to be held down, so probably going to just fall out. It's a bit floppy. It's a strange choice of design, but okay. I'll go with it. And this is where the hard drive would attach to. So I'll put it down. And we'll just kind of build everything back into it and get a rough idea for the footprint of the entire motherboard. How small could we feasibly get this? Even if we include the optical drive, let's go for it and see if we can have a good fit with this. Maybe not. I mean, we could just fold it over, then how's it going to exhaust the disk? The power button is obviously going to be very important, so we'll need to have that as part of the build. The optical drive though, I don't know. But we'll just get this disassembled again. And then there you go. There's the entire core internals of this build, basically. The Wi-Fi card just will not stay in place. And I'm just gonna have to make sure I have adequate venting for the fan. It's still got all the edge connectors just bolted straight to the motherboard. I think that might be the GPU, maybe? That heats it there? Integrated graphics? I don't know. I'm not sure. All I know is that came apart a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, apart from all those screws at the start. And I think we're going to be able to get this into a nice form factor. Get a nice small footprint on it. Might have to ditch the Wi-Fi card though, because that does poke out about an extra inch over the right hand side. Let's just get the RAM. Should put the RAM back in place. Yeah, let's just build it out and see how it looks. Like, yeah, just see what kind of footprint we can get. How small can we get this with all the components installed? And can we fit the optical drive in at a reasonable, with a reasonable way of ejecting the disc? Because I don't want to have to, because that ribbon cable on it's really small, so you're not gonna be able to have much choice when it comes to position where it goes. This, will just like fit right on there. Look. Put a couple of risers underneath just to keep it off the electricals. We can fold that top bit over, so then have the click controls at the top maybe, and we could mount the optical drive like here, but I don't think the ribbon cable's gonna reach. What if can we? Yeah, we probably could if we twist the cable around like that. Mount it this way and have the discs come out at the bottom like that, and then have like the mouse clickies at the top, and then we could have this USB and the power switch over here on top of that, and then the Wi-Fi card like so. But see, that pokes out so much down at the bottom. I'm not sure if it fits into the. Oh god, I knocked the thing over. If it fits into all the footprint, you know what I'm trying to say, like the square size of the motherboard. I don't want to really overhang too much. But yeah, there's everything plugged in, reconnected. So in theory, if I attach the power source and push that button, it should turn on an output. The only thing that's not connected is the touchpad and the keyboard. And the Wi-Fi card keeps coming out. And there you have it. The disassembled Samsung RV511. Going to try and fit something in about that square size. So this bit that overhangs here, that space at the bottom, we might be able to use for the battery. This, if memory serves, is where the battery goes. We might upgrade the RAM though, because at 3 gigs I don't know if that's going to be enough, even if we're only just running emulators. I'm not sure about cooling and how that's going to work if we have more RAM, but we'll see. So bye for now. Hopefully you like that video and you want to stick around to the rest of the project. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe. Follow us over on Mixer and support the game that we're developing on Patreon. Bye for now.